Today's lesson is on complex fractions and unit rates. We've been looking at ratios and unit rates earlier in this lesson, and sometimes the number on the top or the numerator may be a fraction. The denominator may also be a fraction. A complex fraction is a fraction with one or more fractions in the numerator, denominator, or both. We can have fractions in our unit ratio problems, so we want you to understand how to solve them. This fraction is read as 3/4 divided by 5/6. It can be written as such. So we keep 3/4, change the sign, and flip. Keep, change, flip. Multiply across and we get 18 over 20. We can simplify and reduce both numbers by 2, and the answer is 9/10. Here's the second method. Since we're going to keep, change, flip, technically we're multiplying the top number by the very bottom number. 3 times 6 is 18, and that becomes our numerator. The middle two numbers are multiplied as the denominator. 4 times 5 is 20. So 18/20 can be reduced to be 9/10. Notice we get the same answer either way. It's just two methods for solving a complex fraction. Here's another example. 7/8 divided by 2/3. So we can keep, change, and flip. Multiply by the recip. Now we multiply across and we get 21/16. 21 divided by 16 gives us a mixed number of 1 with 5/16. So 1 and 5/16. We can use method 2 here. So we multiply. 7 times 3 equals 21, and 8 times 2 is 16. Divide, and we have 1 and 5/16. Again, the same answer, just two methods for solving a complex fraction. If the complex fraction has mixed numbers such as this, then the first step is going to be to change each of these mixed numbers into improper fractions because we're going to need to divide. This says 2 1/5 divided by 3 1/2. So we change 2 1/5 to 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1, 11/5. And the denominator becomes 7/2. Next, we write this as a division problem. 11/5 divided by 7/2. After we've changed it to improper, now we can keep, change, flip. And now we're going to multiply across and we get 22 over 35. This cannot be reduced. So if we can do the same thing on this other side using method 2, 11 times 2 gives us a numerator of 22. And 5 times 7 gives us a denominator of 35. Each of these again has the same answer. Here's another example. The complex fraction can also have whole numbers as the numerators or denominators. In this case, we're going to change the whole number to an improper fraction. So we have 1/4 divided by 2 over 1. So we write it as a division problem and keep, change, flip. We multiply across and get 1/8. The second method, we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Multiply the top number by the very bottom number. 1 times 1 is 1. And multiply the two middle numbers, 4 times 2, and we get 8, 1/8. The same answer, different method. This word problem can be used to solve for a unit rate. Josiah can jog 1 1/3 miles in 1/4 hour. Find his average speed in miles per hour. The first step is to write this rate as a complex fraction. We're going to label the numerator and the denominator and miles per hour. 1 1/3 miles per 1/4 hour. So next we're going to change our fractions to improper fractions so that we can divide. 1 1/3 becomes 4/3 divided by 1/4. 4/3 miles per 1/4 hours. So we divide 4/3, we keep, change, flip. Multiply across and we get 16/3. Divide and we get an answer of 5 1/3. 16 divided by 3 is 5 with 1 left over. We can use method 2 and we'll multiply the top number by the bottom number to get our numerator of 16. Our middle two numbers, 3 times 1, become 3. Then we divide, and 16 divided by 3 is 5 1/3. So this means that Josiah jogs an average speed of 5 1/3 miles per 1 hour. In summary, complex fractions have a fraction in the numerator, the denominator, or both. Fractions are division problems, and we read them from top to bottom. When dividing fractions, we have to remember to change mixed numbers to improper fractions. Change to improper, and then keep, change, flip. Multiply by the reciprocal. When solving complex rates, be sure to label the ratios carefully and divide to find the unit rate. This is all. Thank you.